Alright, so I know I made a commentary video last video, and I don't like doing a lot of commentary videos like on top of each other. Like, I don't like doing, commentary video, commentary video, commentary video, like back to back to back, because I do want this channel to be mostly about like edits, or maybe some gameplay here and there, like funny moments here and there, maybe. But I do prefer this channel to be focused on edits. But a lot's just been kind of happening with, like, obviously there's like CapCut's TOS thing. Now there's some stuff happening with YouTube that I personally would like to talk about and get off my chest, because it kind of agitates me, and I feel like it should be shown, and I feel like awareness needs to be spread on this. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Huzzah! I would also like to give a warning before the actual real discussion starts. If anyone listening to this is uncomfortable with the discussion of 18 plus content or NSFW stuff, or like, anything like that, or if you're uncomfortable by it, if you don't want to hear it, if you don't want to even engage in the discussion, that's completely fine. You can click off. You can tune back into another video that I make, whether that be just a discussion or edit. Completely fine. But I do feel like this is something that does need to be talked about and needs to be addressed, because it is such a big problem on YouTube currently. So if you're still here and you still want to listen, I got you. Let me explain what I'm talking about. So on YouTube currently, there's this trend going around. It's a pretty big trend. And you, honestly, the person watching this, may have heard of it before, and if not, completely okay. But that is why I'm here, to spread awareness about it, so you know to avoid it. Now, onto the actual discussion. What I want to talk about is a trend going on. There's this trend on YouTube currently happening, and it's gained quite a bit of popularity, which is really fucking sad and disgusting. But it's also even more sad because YouTube isn't doing shit about it. We all know that YouTube doesn't really do well when it comes to dealing with 18 plus content. It's understandable because of the fact that, there is a lot of videos that get uploaded on YouTube every second, so it is understandable that some would slip through the cracks. But there's just blatant, like, pornography or sexual content on here that isn't supposed to be, yet they just don't care. Or they've even promoted ads with blatant NSFW content on it before. And sorry for the jump cut, I kind of had to burp. But anyways, this trend that I'm talking about isn't anything different. It isn't anything different from NSFW content. This new trend that's going on is a trend called transparent cleaning. In hearing that, you might be confused on what exactly that is, or like what that even means. So allow me to explain it to you in the best way I can, from what I've gathered and from what I perceive it as. So transparent cleaning is a trend that is going around, and it's done by predominantly women. What these women will do in these videos is basically they will disguise their video as cleaning content, but instead of actually cleaning anything, all they do is wear transparent clothes. By transparent clothes, it means clothes where you can see their, you can see their actually see their genitals, you can see their butt, and you can see their boobs. So you get triple trouble. Literally, you see all three of it, and they just shove it in the camera and like bounce it or whatever. It's fucking gross and it's disgusting. And they do this because it's some sort of loophole with YouTube's community guidelines. And I guess apparently if you wear transparent clothing or do whatever, then they don't consider it as pornography, which makes no fucking sense. If I can see the girl's clit, if I can see the girl's clit through her clothes and she's just actively spreading that shit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie with you. What the fuck are we doing? Girl, get that shit out of my face. And why this content is done is for two reasons. Well, I guess they're the both reasons are kind of simultaneous. But one, views, it gets a fuck ton of views, obviously, because, you know, gooning and 18 plus content are more prominent now than ever, which is really sad. And plus, these women, what they'll do is they'll go and they'll push out their OnlyFans in these videos. They will say like, oh, if you want to see more, like whatever, like click this and like, or go to my OnlyFans and like do whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit low key like pisses me off. Cause listen, right? The way I view 18 plus content and like, you know, OnlyFans girls or men or whatever, if you want to do 18 plus content, if that's like really what you want to do and like you're happy with that career choice and like you're an adult and you know you have like you consent to it, that's completely fine. I don't really care because it's not my life. You know, no judgment from me. You know, do whatever. If that's really the career side you want to go down, and you know things, then go right ahead. If you wanna pop your shit or whatever the fuck, you got it. So no judgment from me on that. However, what I will judge you on is when you push your OnlyFans content or your pornography content to platforms that aren't meant for that. Cause things like YouTube, like Twitch, things like that, those aren't platforms meant for pornography. I don't, and listen, I'm not gonna lie, Twitch and YouTube are really fucking stupidly ran. Like they are ran by some of the most like idiotic people sometimes, especially Twitch here lately. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with what the fuck's been going on there and like the people going on there, but it's really fucking stupid. Like the whole thing with like Hassan and all these like political shit and like people getting banned for no fucking reason. All of it is stupid. It's all stupid. But at the end of the day, Twitch and YouTube fundamentally were never meant for that type of content. And the thing is too is ding ding ding, guess what? Kids use this shit. Kids use YouTube. Not just YouTube Kids, because YouTube Kids is buns. I mean, so is you know, normal YouTube. But kids use YouTube all the time. And when you have these women who push out these videos, these sexual videos that are supposed to get you hooked onto this content and, you know, do whatever, it just leads you down a dark path, and it's just setting you up for failure. And that makes me so frustrated. It's gross and it's fucking disgusting. And sure, I don't know if anyone watching this is currently having this argument in their head, or not this argument, but having this like rebuttal in their head, like, oh yeah, but like it's the internet, so it shouldn't matter. No, it fucking does matter. Kids at the end of the day should not be getting exposed to 18 plus content, period. That should just be a thing. That should just be mutually understood. Kids should not be getting shown that content at such a young age. That fucks with your head so much. It gives you self-confidence issues. It can lead to depression. It can do a bunch of things to your fucking head. It can make you objectify women or people or men in general, or just humans in general. It gives you a very bad mindset and outlook on life. It's overall just not healthy, especially if you have a very bad addiction to it. It can lead you down to so many problems. So kids just should be getting exposed to that, period. It being the internet doesn't fucking matter. And you could also maybe make the argument too that like, oh well, kids go or minors go on adult sites all the time. Yeah, but those platforms are meant for, you know, 18 plus content. They aren't meant for kids. That's why on those platforms it asks you, hey, are you a minor, are you an adult? Or it asks you to like set up a profile first and like age verify yourself before you view the content. You know why? It's because kids aren't supposed to be watching that shit. And if the sites don't have an age verification system or don't ask any of that shit, then they are just fucking terribly ran platforms. 18 plus content is obviously meant for adults. Or yeah, it's meant for adults. That's why it's called 18 plus content. That baseline, period. No kid should be watching it, and no kid should be exposed to it. Our society has gotten so used to talking about it, has gotten so used to talk about sexual shit, and like making these kinds of jokes and like making these disgusting comments, and showing kids these things. And I don't think people really truly understand just how detrimental that is to their growth and their development as a whole. And this trend is just one of the many factors into this whole ordeal. This content and this trend that YouTube is currently doing nothing to fix right now, at least by the time I'm recording this. I haven't seen any news about it getting changed or fixed or anything like that. But YouTube is doing nothing about it currently, and these videos that are being made of this trend have millions, hundreds of thousands, millions of views, and the number's only going to keep increasing until YouTube does something. And with that ever increasing number, the more amount of people are put into danger because of this content. And it's really fucking sad. It's really sad and really unfortunate that we've kind of come to this level. And again, I'm sure some people could maybe hear me yapping and be like, oh, look at this little fucking sensitive pussy over here who's getting upset over porn. I don't give a fuck if people want to pop their dick or pussy on cam on a website meant for that. That's not my problem. I don't care. What I do care about is how overly monetized it is, how available it is, how much it's advertised and how much it's supported, things like that. Like, again, I mean, we shouldn't, like, you know, like, again, people that do 18 plus content or whatever, like, we shouldn't treat them like shit or anything like that. I mean, like, if that's their career choice, that's their career choice, whatever. But these people shouldn't be out here just not monetizing it. They shouldn't be advertising it on platforms that aren't meant for that kind of thing. And it's really fucking gross. And it's really sad. Because at the end of the day, all it does is harm society even more. It harms our youth even more. It harms teenagers even more. And it also harms adults. It harms everyone. Especially, but it more specifically targets the people that are in the middle of growing. So, like kids to teenagers. And yeah, I know me saying this opinion isn't like anything crazy. I know that me saying this might be like, it could be seen as me just like staying on the fence about it and just having like the correct opinion, but I just wanted to make this video because of how much this shit irritates me. Because, like, I've always had this thing of, I hate how sexual our world has become. And that's just because this shit is everywhere nowadays. It's not in, like, controlled environments or anything like that. Or, like, you know, you have to go, like, out, like, looking for it. It's just always in your face. And it's really annoying. Like, and again, the worst part about it too is that it's not good for you. It's not good for your health. It stagnates you and it keeps you in this like box. It's not healthy, especially if you are addicted to it, because this shit, like pornography, is really addictive. And it like, I think studies have been shown too to show that it's like even more addictive than like cigarettes and like some drugs. It's a really big problem in our world, and the more and more that I see and the older I grow, I just start realizing it more and more that it's constantly getting pushed out. platforms are caring less and less about it, in my opinion. That's how it feels to me, anyways. It feels like YouTube doesn't care as much, and Twitch doesn't care as much either. And it's really fucking sad. So, hopefully YouTube is able to fix it or do something about it. I pray. And again, I know I don't really have a big platform compared to a lot of people, but with the voice I do have and I have built, I at least wanted to reach out to you guys and let y'all know my thoughts on the matter, and just to let you all know like what's going on and things like that. And plus, I just like talking about how I feel. So, on that, thank you for listening. Thank you for making it this far. I appreciate it. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I hope you guys have a good night, day, or evening, whatever time you're listening to this. And thank you all for tuning in. And I will see y'all later. Huzzah!